Hello nieces, hello nephews, it's your Uncle Charles here, and welcome back to my YouTube channel where we do unbiased price action analysis. The SPY just had a very chop day. We got ourselves a double inside daily candle. And let me tell you guys, after compression comes expansion. I'm going to say that one more time. After compression comes expansion. And SPY is compressing right now, giving us this double inside daily candle. 489 to the 496 range is still the chop range. And we're compressing some more. The volatility is lessened. The price movement is starting to flatten more. It's getting smaller. And like I said, after compression comes expansion. So we gotta be ready, and that is my job, to try to get us prepared for the next day and the rest of the week. Okay, but hey, even though we chopped today, it was still a good tradable day. Not with the SPY, of course, but with other stocks like Tesla, for example. I had here in my Discord, what did I got it? I wrote here, I have first support at 177.3. For more downside, this level must fail to put 175 or lower in play. As you guys can see, this yellow line was my 177.3 level. We did not break it down during the trading hours, or at least I didn't report it. And I put here 180 is first resistant, must clear to put 182, 183.5, and 185 in play. We broke out my 180 level, and we got a beautiful, what is that, about a over $6 move to the upside. That's a pretty good trade. In here, you would set your stop. If you took this trade, you would set your stop loss below 180. As you guys can see, never hit the stop loss. What a beautiful trade that was. And then there was NVDA. NVDA was a monster. It's been going up for quite some time, but today it finally pulled back. And I wrote here for the Discord, 699 is first support. If it fails, 697, 695.5, and 694 are in play. They're also support levels. And of course, I wrote 700.5 is resistant. If it clears, then we will get more upside. As you guys can see here, we did not clear that 700.5 level. We opened below 699 and 697, broke down 695.5, broke down 694. It just kept breaking down support. Even broke down my fib level that I had here around 691.7ish. Broke that down. Broke the next fib level I had at 686s. And look at that. It just kept going. And yes, it was all alerted in the group. Big breakdown. 686.2 is now resistant and must recapture to put 688 and 690 back in place. 685 and 683 are next support. If they fail, we was gonna head down a lot lower. Broke down 683. I mean 686.2. Just kept breaking down support. You know what other support I had? I had 685, 683.5, broke it down. I had another support at 680.8ish, broke that down. You know, we just followed the price action. We didn't have to call a top or a bottom or anything. When it finally did try to put in a bottom, it recaptured this level, false breakdown setup intraday, and it gave us a nice about a $10 move off that false breakdown setup when it recaptured my 674 level. You know, we're just trading with the traps, false breakouts, false breakdowns, all the same thing. Almost every day I talk about trading with the traps, and they all get alerted in my Discord, and I try to give as much guidance as I can, you know, to the best of my ability with these price action setups. You know, all we're looking to do is react. So if that's something you guys like, definitely consider joining my Discord. But let's get to the SPY. You know, all we did was move in a very tight range between that 492 and 494 level. Overall, bigger chop range is 489 to 496. Okay, so like I said, after compression comes expansion. So what are the levels that need to clear? 494 and 496 are the two levels that must clear for more upside. If they do, don't argue with the price action. Look to long. New all-time highs are incoming. I got 498.9 as a fib extension level and the big 500 level. Above that, we'll get a lot more bullish. To be bearish, it needs to break down 490.5 and 489 still. Okay, I do have support at 492 as well. The market respected that 492 level very well. You guys see it on the 30-minute chart. That's a buy zone. It's showing us there. So 492, 490.5, and 489 are the three levels that must fail. If those levels fail, look to short. We are heading down lower. We're possibly finally pulling back. A decent pullback. Still overall bullish, but we finally could possibly get a decent pullback if those levels fail. Remember, after compression comes expansion. We have a double inside daily candle setup. That is the compression part, with the range getting tighter, and eventually it's going to explode. Will we get a catalyst, or will we do it for no reason? I don't know. But when you're a sheep, all that matters is what the price action is doing, and we're just reacting to it. Okay, triple Q, it bounced off that pink trend line and stayed above 426.8, but not quite showing follow through just yet. We went back to test around that zone, and it bounced again, but it could be a dead cat bounce unless it clears some resistant levels. So one, stay above 426.8, but at this point, it's got to clear some resistant level, 429 and 430.5, to get that new all-time high. If we keep this up, eventually all that buying pressure is going to disappear, and we could break down. Okay, so 426.8 and 425, we break that down. The buying pressure, all the buy orders are gone. We're likely heading down lower, down to 423.8, 421.7, 419.7, 417, possibly even lower if this double top plays out. Double top is still in play, guys. It's not canceled yet. Let me cover NVDA first. This is a 30-minute chart. I do have my fib levels from February 6th high at the 4 o'clock candle, and today's low at the 12 o'clock candle. All right, guys, and that's a big range, 709 all the way down to 663. That's a pretty big range, and we got to do weird charting like this when the stock is crazy like NVDA. Now the level, I have new levels, guys, new levels. 680.774, you can round it to 681, is a resistant level, with 683 and 685 as resistant levels above that, and the next fib level is at 686.2. If those levels clear, we could get a relief bounce to retest this green trend line that I got here. It looks like NVDA is correcting, so to keep it in correction mode, it's got to stay below this trend line. But to get a breakout, it's gonna need to get above for tomorrow. Oh yeah, for tomorrow, yeah, NVDA needs to get above 686 to break out this trend line. To put 688, 690, 691.7, possibly all the way up to 696, back to 696 in play, okay? But it's got to get above 681 and 686 to be bullish. Now, to be bearish, staying below 681 would be a good start, and breaking down support 678, 676, and the next fib level at 674. Those levels fail, especially 674. We are bearish, and we are likely heading down lower, maybe back down to the low 660s, 663 possible. All right, guys. Tesla, we had a nice breakout of the 180 level. This was alerted in the group. How much money would you have made if you took this trade with Uncle? All right. It would have been a very nice trade, and you'd probably be in my Discord forever. I would want to. But yeah, looking at the daily chart, we still have that 185 level as a fib level. 185 is a fib level. So we can clear that. It's gapping up above it now, but if we can stay above it, that would be a good sign that we can get a relief rally back to the upside. 187, 188.5, 190, 192.7, and 194 would all be targets I'll be looking. And above 194, I would favor some type of bottom is in. Now, to be bearish, it's got to stay below 185 and break down support. Okay, but the main critical support it needs to break down is 180 and 177.3. Okay, 177.3 was a fib level, is a fib level, and if that breaks down, we are heading down lower. IWM, remember yesterday it bounced off my fib level, which was around 190.8-ish. It managed to clear and recapture that 193.3 level today. Now, to capture this pink trend line, to recapture, it's got to get above 195. If it does, that's bullish. All right, look to long. Now, this high that we had back in mid-January, for me to favor it to be a lower high, it's got to break back below 193.3, false breakout, and break down 190.8. If it does, we're heading down lower to new lows. All right, here is Apple, yesterday's high was 189.25. Today's high was 189.31. So not quite an inside candle setup. But if it can clear 190 and 191.2 tomorrow, that'll be bullish. It'll clear the 50 daily moving average. That would be bullish. For me to be bearish, you got to break down 188 and 186. If those levels fail, back to the 200 daily moving average we go, which is around 182.7-ish. And below the 200, that is bearish. AMD looking at like is in correction mode. I actually had this trade idea in the group today for AMD. I hope you guys caught it. I wrote here, AMD looks like it wants to enter correction mode, if it isn't already. Trying to gap below the critical 172.5 level. Overall, as long as below, bears have a shot at more downside. To be bullish, AMD needs to keep price above 175. And as you guys can see, looking at AMD, it opened at 173, but broke down 172.5 intraday, gave us a nice, beautiful move going down to 165.5-ish. That is support. 165.5 is support along with 164. If those levels fail, correction mode is still in progress. It's still a thing, and it's going to head down lower. For me to favor a bounce, it needs to recapture 169, 171, and 172.5, especially 172.5 because that's a fib level. If that recapture, we could go back and test 177 plus and above 178. We'll give it a 178. And above 178, I would favor correction is over and we're gonna head down to up to new highs. Okay. Amazon, it looked like an inside candle setup still. Is that a double? No, it's not a double, but yeah, overall chop range is still 172.5 down to 167.3. Okay, anything in between is choppy and noise. But above 172.5, I would be bullish and favor more upside. Below 167.3, I would be bearish and favor more downside. Netflix looked like it's trying to make some move. It closed at 555.88. Didn't quite break down the fib levels. Got to break down 555. If it does, that's bearish. And we likely head back down to 550, 548. Maybe fill the gap, which is around 545. All right, it's got us to be bulls. Got to stay above 555, preferably clear 557 and 561. Those levels clear, we could head up higher for a bounce. But I can't fully be bullish unless it's above 570 and 571.7. Meta is retesting that 454 level as support, guys. If it does break down tomorrow, bearish is profit taking time. Maybe go fill the gap. This could be a big opportunity. But if 554 defends, hey, there's still opportunity to make money. Just it's probably going to go to the upside. So if 554 defends, I would trust it if it clears 559. And then we could head back to the upside, maybe up to 468-ish or 470-ish. All right. Google inside candle setup, is it? Not quite, okay? But overall plan is still the same. 147.3 must clear to trigger more upside. To put 150.3 and 152.8 in play. And support is still at 144 and 142.3. Those levels must fail to trigger more downside, okay? We covered AMD. What am I missing? Oh, yeah, Microsoft. Okay. Yeah, Microsoft's consolidating as well. Still need to break down 402.2 and 400 to trigger more downside. Maybe back down to 398 and 395.4. Below 395.4, I would be bearish in favor of a deeper pullback for Microsoft, okay? To be bullish, first thing, got to stay above 402.2 and then clear. It then clear 405, 406.5, 408, 410. And 412. Those levels must clear for more upside. Okay, and here is SOX. Look like it wants to enter correction mode as well. Supports at 597. That level failed. We're heading down. 594, maybe lower down to 590-ish. Okay, maybe lower than that. To be bullish, stay above 597. Clear 600. I got a level at 604.5. That's a critical resistant level. Fib level. And I would favor more upside of 604.5 is can clear, okay? Darkpool level, 87% activity came at 492.8. Premium was at 2.4 billion. Not bad. Add that level to your charts, guys. Here's the SPY filter for 100K premiums or above, and it is bullish. Interesting. Triple Q is bearish. IWM is bearish. NVDA is bullish. Tesla is bullish. Apple's bearish. AMD's bullish. Netflix is bullish. Meta's bullish. Okay. GOOG is bearish. And I think it just crashed. Yeah, it just crashed. Uncle was moving too fast. Damn, this thing can't keep up with me. What the heck? Alright, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. That's all I have for you guys today. Good luck for tomorrow. Remember, after compression comes expansion. So be prepared. Peace.